A View from the Outside, hosted by Brereton Horne, in association with NiceRadio, would like to thank all our listeners and contributors who make this program possible. We would also like to wish you a very Merry Christmas, and a happy, hopeful, peaceful, and successful New Year.
Tune into NiceRadio every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. for A View from the Outside, hosted by Brereton Horne. A View from the Outside takes a look at key issues affecting St. Vincent and the Grenadines and gives a global perspective on how these issues are viewed. Host Brereton Horne will examine a variety of topics to enlighten, stimulate debate, and explore solutions. Hear the facts, hear the real-life stories, hear A View from the Outside. Join Brereton Horne at 7:30 a.m. every Saturday on NiceRadio for A View from the Outside.
Society need a spectacle. It might help us to see some evil. It's society need a spectacle.
All right, and we say pleasant good morning to Brereton Horne.
Good morning to you, Justin. How are you?
And nice, great, and wonderful, and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you and all the listeners too.
All right, so the one before that magical day, everyone preparing for, but we're hearing from the United Nations that the American move to Jerusalem didn't get the support.
That is right. Didn't get the support, and I heard that Mr. Trump was and is threatening countries who do not support him, that they will lose. They will lose
his words, and the ambassador word. We'll be watching the votes.
Absolutely.
We'll be watching the votes.
And having said that, that may have had some impact or some effect because despite the fact that they lost the vote, so to speak, there were quite a few countries that abstained. Countries which ordinarily may have voted one way or the other, probably the other, they have abstained. So their words probably have some effect.
I don't know if we have it in the news, but if you can spare me, let me just play our Prime Minister's response to CARICOM support. Most of CARICOM would have also voted against. So I don't know if you'd allow me to play that. Let me see if so you can hear it.
A Caribbean Prime Minister says strong resistance from one member state prevented CARICOM from issuing a unanimous statement on U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to declare Jerusalem the capital of Israel. Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, described President Trump's decision as ill-advised. Dr. Gonsalves says before the vote, CARICOM was preparing a unified position, rejecting Mr. Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. But he says one CARICOM member state strongly opposed that position.
The CARICOM Secretary General was seeking the request of many countries for us to come statement on the position taken by President Trump. I asked him a few days ago, 2-3 days ago, why is it that we have not issued this statement? And he said they were going to issue it. The Secretariat was going to issue this statement. One country, late in the day, made it plain that they do not want a statement. I would name the country, and the Secretary General, in consultation with the chairman of CARICOM, decided that if one country is going to take that position, they will just not issue the statement. In other words, one country felt so strongly about not issuing a statement that no statement was issued.
The Trump administration.
Okay, I think that's more than enough for the time that we have. All right, so that's the part of the statement. That's coming from the Caribbean News Agency there. Yes,
well, thank you very much for that, Justin. But one thing I would say about that, I quite understand what the Prime Minister is saying there, and the stance that the other CARICOM countries, apart from that one which said is taking. But one would like to see CARICOM become more active and issue statements, issues which relate to CARICOM and the Caribbean and the countries within the within CARICOM. That's what I would say, but I fully understand.
All right, then, so it's all in your control now. Go ahead.
Yes, Justin, thank you so much. You didn't even tell me the weather was there you go.
It's been, for the past week, it's been raining lightly, not heavily. Well, in my part, the Calico area, been raining lightly every morning. But I understand yesterday, Kingstown, yesterday evening, about up to 6 was, heavily, a lot of rainfall in Kingston yesterday evening. There was supposed to be a function at the Victoria Park and it got washed out.
Was that the football?
Yeah, the football, yes. I think they will be replayed this evening.
I did have Fitz Brambo talking about it on one of the local radio stations.
Yeah.
Yes, well, thank you for that, and I hope that the weather, the rain holds, and that you would have a Christmas which gives you weather to enjoy.
So far, it looks like it's a mixed weather for the Christmas.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Well, mixed not. Let's hope you enjoy it.
Okay, man.
You and all the listeners. Yes. Let me say good morning, though, to all of the listeners of the program, if you're from the outside, and to all of the listeners of NiceRadio. All Vincentians, wherever you are, all listeners, wherever you are. A pleasant good morning to you. The weather in London at the moment is quite cloudy, and the temperature is 9 degrees Celsius. It's relatively okay, 9 degrees Celsius, approximately 48 degrees Fahrenheit. In fact, one could describe it as an overcast, typical wintry day in London. On a view from the outside this week being the 23rd of December, 2017, we have a view with a slight difference. And so we pause to wish everyone, all of the listeners, all of St. Vincent and The Grenadines, and everyone wherever you are, we wish you a hopeful and peaceful Christmas and a new year filled with even more hope. At this time of year, when Vincentians generally are in a jolly mood and are preparing for the joyous Christmas celebrations, we tend to forget to show concern and compassion to fellow citizens. We tend to forget or we neglect those who are less fortunate or those who have had some misfortune which makes their future look grim. We, on a view from the outside, are therefore asking all Vincentians to try always, but especially at this time of year, to give some hope to those who feel all may be lost and that there is very little meaning to life. In a year when St. Vincent and the Grenadines has recorded the most number of homicides in a single year, we ask you to remember the families, relatives, and friends who have had someone unfortunately snatched away from them. We ask you to remember that some of them may not have the resolve to participate in the festivities. And in remembering that, we ask you to extend yourselves and offer them hope. There's probably no better time of year to provide hope than at Christmas time, because the very original Christmas is based on hope. We ask you to remember those who are unemployed and who are not able to participate in the joys and the merriment of the Christmas season. Extend some hope to them. Remember, too, the sick and infirm, those in hospital, and remember to extend a hand of hope to the elderly also. You may not have much, but remember, try to help those, or try to help to contribute to making someone have a happy Christmas. Let us all inject hope this Christmas. Let us try to contribute to the happiness of others this Christmas. Let us remember those who put their lives on the line for others. Let us remember those who speak for others and who live in fear and are afraid to speak for themselves. Let us remember all those brave people on the front line in St. Vincent and The Grenadines who contribute daily and who continue to soldier on daily for more than 2 years now. They endure insults on a daily basis, yet they persevere. They keep hope alive for many Vincentians. Yes, let us all extend hope this Christmas and beyond. In extending that hope, we, on A View from the Outside, want to share with you some of the edifying words from Christmas messages of those who have inspired and continue to inspire the world. In delivering his Christmas sermon entitled Peace on Earth in 1967, Martin Luther King Jr. had this to say to us about hope. He said, and I quote, "You can't give up in life. If you lose hope, somehow you lose that vitality that keeps life moving. You lose that courage to be. You lose that quality that helps you go on in spite of all." Unquote. In delivering his Christmas message in 1921, this is what Marcus Garvey had to say. He said, "With all the preparation the human race has made to welcome into the world the Christ who is to redeem us, we find ourselves still in confusion, still fighting, still exploiting, still merciless in our onslaught, one upon the other. But on this Christmas morn, may we not all, members and brothers of the great family, the great human family, forget our differences, and in one glorious chorus, sing the word, peace, perfect peace." And in her Christmas message of 2017, that is the Christmas message of this year, the Right Reverend Sally Mullally, who is the Bishop Designate of London, and she is the first woman to have been appointed to that position, she admonished us with these words. She says, and I quote, "It's nearly Christmas. For those of us, those words will bring with them a lift of the spirit. Hope. Hope runs a deeper current than optimism, as it is based on expectation that I believe will be fulfilled. Hope is the gift we are all freely offered at Christmas." And so, on A View from the Outside, we say, Vincentians, let us all offer some hope. And let us hope, too, for a better St. Vincent and the Grenadines, one in which we are all treated equally and justly. Until next week, Justin and all the listeners, this is Brereton Horne with A View from the Outside. And we thank all those who have contributed over the year, and those who have sent feedback. We ask you to continue to do so. And we remind you to do so by sending your email to us at aviewfromtheoutside@hotmail.com. That's aviewfromtheoutside@hotmail.com. Justin, you and all of the listeners have a hope-filled Christmas and a New Year filled with even more hope. All the best to you and everyone.
Yes, and thank you very much.